Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader, like that car riding your tail. Or if you're tailgating right now, all those cars doubling as kitchens and living rooms are on AutoTrader too. Are you working out and listening to this ad at the same time? Well, multitasking pro, cars like the ones in the gym parking lot are for sale on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
Stop by Sherwin-Williams and get 30% off select paints and stains May 2nd through the 12th. It's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Refresh your home inside and out with colors that make every space feel brand new. From cozy interiors to stunning exteriors, we've got the perfect shade for your next project. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
From the Fifth Quarter Studio in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to High School Hoops with your hosts, Steve Collins and Jake Stager.
All right, welcome to High School Hoops. It's June 8th.
It's June 8th. I'm still in school. Well, we always pre-record these, but I'm still in school.
I am too. I get out this week. So
I had to get out the following week.
We have camp starting on the 13th of June. You go the week. Right now. Oh, wow.
Just do your advertisement bit. I got to go get some more coffee.
Yeah, okay. It'll be warm that week.
Keep it real.
Before we jump off and do anything else, I'd like to give a big shout out to our two sponsors. First of all, Dr. Dish, the number one shooting machine on the market, bar none. Their customer service is second to none. I was having I'll tell you a story. I was having a problem getting it loaded. Well, part of it was me. I didn't have it plugged in right. Anyway, I was like, oh, no worries. I was just going to call Dr. Dish and their support and get all the help I want. But it was me. The plug had come out of the wall and I wasn't smart enough, I guess, to figure it out. Anyway, go over and check it out. Mention Coach Unplugged, you get $400 off. Also, go over and check out Dr. Dish. You can do that too. Go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. Like I said last week, prices are going to be going up. They just are. We have been at this price point for a while. And all the new things that we're putting in, all the new courses, all the new, in-depth growth things. And, to be honest, we have to do it because I have to hire people to help me. So go over and check it out. I have to take care of Coach Stager's class and give, I don't know what did you buy recently with some stuff I gave you?
Oh, let's see. They all know you now. They all think you're amazing.
I'll come visit.
Classroom cushions, which are amazing.
Ooh.
So the kids can, and then, snacks.
Snacks.
You got my class snacks. And wipes.
When I retire, can I come down and read your class?
Absolutely.
Can I really?
Absolutely.
Oh, I would love to do that. Okay. I'll bring books. I'll give each kid a book too. I'll do that. That would be awesome.
That'd be amazing.
All right, done. We'll do that. I'll have to figure out.
If you could bring Wes with, that'd be great.
You might be retired by the time I retire.
So, hey, Bo Ellis was at our school yesterday.
That's cool.
Yeah, I met him. I got to take a picture with him. He spoke to the 4th and 5th graders.
Okay, explain to the listener who's Bo Ellis is because they won't know.
Bo Ellis was a very good Marquette basketball player in the 70s, and he would help design a lot of the uniforms. And he's done a lot for the Chicago, Illinois community and the Wisconsin community. He's a great guy.
He was on the championship team, right, with McGuire?
Yep, Al McGuire, 1977.
Yep.
He's 6'9". Anyway. I felt very short yesterday.
You too, don't you? Anyway, so that's why you have to go join teachhoops.com so we can help coaches. Hey, I'll tell you right now, I get enough members. I'll buy all your kids' books and stuff. That'd be all, and then I'll come down and read. That would be awesome. Anyway, today's topic, mapping out the season. So this was one I threw out, and we've scratched at the surface in some other topics over the last 2 or 3 years, but I just know what I'm doing coming out of COVID, that I am, it's a 2-year window, but I'm coming, this summer is going to be, quote, knock on wood, probably the most normal summer we've had since the summer of 19, right? Because the summer of 20 was not normal at all. and 21 was kind of normal, but not really. That I am going to spend, and Coach pointed this out, I'm going to spend the summer kind of mapping out everything over the next 12 months as far as the team, as the program goes, because I'm going to have a better sense of what I'm looking at. And even people that played, last year or the year before, nothing's been really quote unquote normal. From a
but like I think too, like you have momentum going. You guys were playing a lot better at the end of the year, and you have majority of your team coming back.
Yep.
So when you have that kind of situation, I think you automatically every year plan for the whole year. But when you have something that's in front of you that's really good, like you want to map that out. It's exciting to do. It is.
It's exciting, and it's like I don't know the specific things that we need to do. I don't know.
You got to just be intentional, right? Your time is, and then start to delegate too, right? I think that's huge, right? Start thinking about what you want to do. You have a great staff at Memorial, and you start thinking about what talking to your coaches and what you want to do.
Yeah, what can I do? What can I not do?
So where do you start?
Yeah, where do I start?
Yeah, so like I'll ask you a couple questions.
Okay.
About like when you're starting planning. I mean, because you have multiple state championships. I mean, what do you do? How do you start? It's in June. Where do you first begin?
I write down probably my top 20 players. And
so
then
you look at the players first.
I do. And I figure out strengths and weaknesses.
Okay.
And I figure out how I can accentuate the positive and work on the negative. So, and again, this is June. So July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. They got 9 months. So some of them will improve on some of those deficiencies, but I never assume that they're going to improve on those deficiencies. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they have a weak left hand or something and they're right-handed. Great. We'll help them over the summer. But so I got to go in assuming, because if the deficiency becomes a strength, who cares? What I'm doing doesn't gonna matter. But I got to figure out, do I have a team that can shoot threes? Do I have a team that can rebound? Do I have a weak team? Do I have a strong team? Do I have a team that can pressure? Do I have a team that handles pressure? Do I have a team? Are you
looking at what do you need to, how are your strengths going to lead you to victories? Is that what you're basically saying?
Yeah, basically it's like I have these pieces and I got
what's going to put you in the best position to play in March, right? Because your goal every year is to get to March.
My goal is to put another ring on. That's my goal every year. And I've told the players this, when it's not, I'm done. I'm done. I'll just go fishing. So I'll go for a walk. I got lots of stuff I can do. I not mow the lawn though. I hired a neighborhood kid. I've mowed the lawn since I was 22 years old. I just hired a neighborhood kid to mow my lawn this summer. And here's the reasoning why. I want to spend the time on my team.
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader, like that car right in your tail. Or if you're tailgating right now, all those cars doubling as kitchens and living rooms are on AutoTrader too. Are you working out and listening to this ad at the same time? Well, multitasking pro, cars like the ones in the gym parking lot are for sale on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
I'll be 100% honest. I'd rather spend the hour and a half. I can go out and do lawn work. I can, there's plenty of stuff to do, and I have a relatively big lawn. But it's like I'm sitting there going, because I like mowing the lawn. My wife was kind of surprised because I put a podcast.
I'm not, because knowing you, like you have a couple more, in the back of your head, you have a couple more years left, and you have some right pieces in place.
To be good. We could be good. We could be very good.
Right. So that's why, I mean, and you owe it to yourself. You committed to that many years. You want to finish on a strong note, wherever that ends up, you want to leave on your terms in the way that you want to end it. Right. Yep. I mean, it's a real conversation,
It is.
So once you figure out those strengths, what do you start to do then?
So then I start building the offense, because I can do the defense easier. The offense takes longer.
And remember, right, defense tends to get there quicker than offense does, right?
Right, and they are,
and they're
and they're. I'll use a stats thing. the offense and the defense are very closely related. They're like the cousins that see each other at Thanksgiving, not the cousins that live in Wyoming and Maine that never see each other. They're closely related, right? They're not brother and sister, but they're closely related. They're cousins. So I think whenever you get an offense, like I think Virginia and teams like that, their offense and defense, it's a nice dance. Wisconsin basketball offense and defense, it works. So I think I deep dive into the offense and what can make our kids successful.
That's a really good point. How they balance each other so well. There's, that style, right? If you're an up-tempo team, pack line might not necessarily be your best defense,
right? And that's a huge generalization, but it's true though. And then so once I build the offense and then I'm into the defense, I have that's big picture. That's like as you and I being teachers, I know this month I'm doing chapter 1, this month I'm doing chapter 2, this month I'm doing I can kind of map out my year, right? I know that, like I teach AP statistics. I knew that come April or May I would be done with chapter 12 or 13 or whatever it is. So that's the big picture stuff. I consider offense that big picture stuff. And then I consider the nuances, the actual chapters and sections.
I honestly just had a great idea, Steve. You might think this is crazy. I think this conversation could go for like 5 hours. So like mapping out your year, like, don't you think we could do another episode next week and just kind of continue that process so all coaches can learn from you and your journey? And, that would be awesome, I think.
So what would that look like? Hey, we're just talking right now, guys. So just listen at this point.
What would that look like? Would be like, all right, you're talking about, all right, you got your players, right? Their strength, weakness. The next step would be our offense. Then what happens after that? What happens after that?
Oh yeah, we could keep going. Okay, let's do that. I mean, we'll pause on chapters and then we'll do some, because it kind of leads into this what I wanted to talk about next week anyway too. But let's do that. All right, until next week. Have fun, Coach.
Yeah, thanks.
In your warm classroom. Bye.
I'm going to the zoo. I'll be at the zoo on the 10th. So yes. Yeah. So if the 8th is June, if it puts up on I'll be at the zoo.
Be at the zoo.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.